Your brain would rather imagine hell than nothing. Not darkness, not silence, not empty space, because even those are something. And that single fact explains why the thought of death feels unbearable at 3 in the morning. Picture this. You're awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling. Your body is exhausted, but your mind refuses to shut down. A quiet panic rises, not because something bad is happening, but because nothing is. That's when the question sneaks in. What happens when I'm gone? Most people think they're afraid of dying. They're not. They're afraid of vanishing, of becoming nothing, of consciousness being swallowed by an absolute void. But here's the problem. Your brain has never experienced nothing, and it never will. Inside your head, there's a system called the default mode network. It's active when you're resting, when you daydream, when you imagine yourself in the future. It's the network that keeps your sense of I alive, and it never truly turns off. Your brain is not designed to simulate non-existence. Every mental image requires contrast, edges, relationships. Darkness still needs space. Silence still needs time. Nothingness has neither. So when you try to imagine nothing, your brain panics and fills the gap with fear. That fear feels like truth. But it's not a prophecy. It's a processing error, a biological glitch caused by a system that cannot stop observing. You're not sensing the future. You're witnessing your brain hit its own limit. This is where most people fall into the trap. They try to escape the fear by building legacy, achievements, names, monuments, as if being remembered could protect them from nothingness. But that urge isn't wisdom. It's cortisol. The more you try to matter, the louder the fear becomes. Because performance is still trying to outrun a concept your brain can't even render. You're not chasing meaning. You're trying to archive yourself. Here's the paradox. If your brain cannot imagine nothing, then the fear of nothing is imaginary. And that changes everything. Because if nothing is a mental illusion, then what is the brain protecting you from seeing?
Thousands of years ago, this limitation was already noticed. Ancient texts didn't say humans fear death. They said eternity was placed inside the human heart, meaning your awareness was never designed to perceive an ending. What you called the void isn't an abyss, it's a mirror. When you look for nothing, the brain reflects itself back at you. That's why the fear feels personal. It's not about where you're going. It's about who is looking. Neuroscience agrees more than people realize. The observer never disappears from its own model of reality. The mind can simulate pain. It can simulate hell. But it cannot simulate its own absence. Because observation requires presence. Here's the grounding shift. When the fear arises, don't argue with it. Don't distract from it. Simply say, silently, I am aware of this fear. Not I am afraid, but I am aware. That single sentence disengages the panic loop. Awareness lowers cortisol. Presence stabilizes the nervous system. The fear dissolves not because it was defeated, but because it was never real to begin with. So if the brain cannot imagine nothing, and fear only exists inside imagination, then what happens after the body ends may not be a void at all. If the mind is eternal, is there a portal to the invisible? Watch this.